Okay, now we're going to start with a clean face. Make sure you apply your favorite moisturizer. Also, if you have oily skin, I have combination skin. So before I apply any makeup, what I do is go ahead and apply the oil control. So I'll go ahead and do that. It just takes a little bit of it. And I just apply it in the areas where I normally get oily, which is typically my forehead, around my nose area, and then my chin. And the rest, because I don't want to waste anything, I go ahead and rub it all over, and in other areas actually. Okay, so once you've done that, I'll use my Prep and Prime, and it's a skin base. I love this. It helps fill in any lines or anything like that, and it makes your foundation application really smooth. And I just go ahead and apply that all over. Once I have my face all primed, I've used my oil control, lotion, and then my prime and prep. I'll go ahead and apply my makeup today because it's kind of sunny out, and I am planning on going somewhere when I leave here. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply face and body foundation. Now you can use any concealer that you want. I've used all sorts of concealers, and lately my favorite is the Bobbi Brown concealer. Okay, so when you're applying your concealer, just make sure, especially if you have dark circles, that you're using the patting motion. Okay, do not swipe. You can also use your finger too, but if you're going to use your finger, use the middle one and just pat around so you're not moving the product. And then I'll go ahead and do the other side here. And again, I'm using the patting motion. And if you need to reapply, go ahead and reapply. And go ahead and use my finger just to get that all nice and even. Don't forget to go ahead and blend out the edges, because now you have that cream on top of your foundation. But don't worry about that, because we're going to blend that later. And just check your other side. So if it's all done to your satisfaction, you can go ahead and do that. Now remember that I said with Bobbi Brown, it is a two-step process. The first process was the corrector. Now this is actually the concealer part, which is a little darker than the corrector. The corrector was a little lighter. That helps neutralize the darkness around my eye. And again, I'm just going to pat. Sometimes I rub a little bit. I mean, you know your skin, so you want to make sure you're very gentle, especially around the eye area, because it is a delicate area. So if you rubbing and you're pulling that skin around there, then you're going to start to see signs of, aging, and, you're getting those fine lines around your eyes, and we don't want that, divas. So we just go ahead and work that product in there, make sure it's covered and that you're just blending and doing all that. Okay, so once that's all done, I'm just checking it. Once you're all done with that, I don't know if you can see the difference, but anyway, I can tell. So once you're all done with that, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and set that concealer. Now, okay, so you're just going to apply that all over your face, on your forehead. Don't forget the temple area and your ears, ladies, and underneath your chin. Remember, don't want a mask. We'll leave that to Jim Carrey. Whatever. Y'all know y'all like my jokes. Okay, so once that's all done, we're going to start on the eyes. Okay, so I just make sure that my eyes are free my eyelids are free of any oil, and I'll go ahead and apply my favorite eyeshadow primer. And I just apply it all over. And then you just want to rub that in using your fingers, and you want to rub it from your lid all the way up to your eyebrow bone. Just rub it all over like so. Why do we make all I just thought about that. Why do we make so many faces when we're putting on the makeup? It's like, wow. I just noticed. I'm like trying to keep my mouth closed. Whatever. Okay. So that's all on there. Nice and smooth. And you can allow that to dry. Okay. So I've already applied the Slick Black grease paint on my right eye. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it on the other side. And remember, I said you have to work pretty fast with this with the paint sticks, because they do dry pretty fast. So make sure you're applying it, and you just want to hold the side of your eye, not pulling your skin, ladies. Like I said, the eye area is very delicate, so you don't want to cause any issues with your skin. No fine lines, divas. Okay. Oh, this thing is a hot mess. Okay. So just work that on there. Trying to move as quickly as possible. And once you get it on there, like I said, don't worry about the ragged edges or anything like that, because we're going to blend that out. And then you could just take an angled brush and just blend just the edges. Just get that real nice and smooth. Just blend. And don't worry if you have to reapply. Okay, divas, once you have applied your base paint, whichever dark you have to use something tacky though. So if you use the grease paint, it could be any dark. It could be the black. I use black, so since I'm recreating my birthday look, I'm just going to show you the products that I use. But you can use any color that you want depending on how you want it to look. So I finished using that, and I blended out the edges. Also, once you blended out the edges, you want to take a black eyeshadow, and I'm going to use Carbon by MAC. And basically, I'm using my blending brush. This is actually my 224 brush from MAC. I don't know if you could see that, but it's just like a round, pointed, shaped. And then you want to tap off any extra product, and then you're just going to make sure where you blend it out that the black, that you just add a little bit. You're kind of setting the top part of it, not the lid part, because that's where you're going to be placing the glitter. So you're just going to make sure that it's blended well around the edges. You know, just work that shadow, just like barely sweeping across your skin in whatever shape you want to create on your eyelid. Okay. Okay. So now that we've blended out the color that we put underneath our eyebrows, we have that nice and smooth and to your satisfaction. What I also like to do is actually put a shadow on top of that. So in the look for my birthday, I used the color Rice Paper, and I don't know if you can see this. Okay, divas, so we're gonna fill in that part in between there. And the colors that I like to use a lot, especially if you're like my skin tone or you're darker, you know, these are the browns that I found that work. I think this is why it takes me so long to put on makeup, ladies. I be jamming the whole time. J Mouse. Okay, so now that we've done, we're done blending our shadows together, making sure that it's a nice transition there and everything is nice and smooth on the eyes. I'm just gonna go back and touch up the areas. So right underneath my lower lash line, I'm gonna go back in with the Graphic Black eyeliner. It's a technical where do they get these names from? But anyway, technical liner, okay, from MAC. And I'm just gonna go in and just make sure everything is really dark, because remember, this is a rocker look. It was a fabulous 80s rocker birthday party for me, so I wanted that dark look. Okay, see how that just made it look darker? Brush, and I'm just gonna go in and pull that product down to make it look like it's smeared. This right here is something my pops would do. PDA, come on. Okay, and then repeat the same steps on the other side. Just making it look like it has that smeared rocker look. Rock on. Okay. Alright, so once that's all done, I'm going to go ahead and start applying the glitter. The glitter that I used is Reflex Transparent, and it's in teal. It's actually going to give you a color payoff of teal and some purple too. I noticed that on my eyes it looked like there was some purple, which was totally okay, because if you saw my birthday dress, it had white, black, purple, teal, so it pulled everything together. See, I even have my birthday nails. Pretty wild, huh? Zebra print, whatever. But okay, so when you're using glitter, you really want to be really careful with it, because it gets everywhere. Whew. But it's so pretty, ladies. It's so diva-ish. Divalicious. How about that? So I love it. So, okay, remember I said when you apply glitter or anything like that, you need to make sure you have a tacky area, and of course by now you know that. Okay, so now we're just going to do the other side. Okay, and again we're just using the BlackTrack on the lid portion only to make sure that it's nice and tacky and ready for the glitter.